Welcome to another episode of the Rankum Podcast. This is your host, Don Garwood. You can find me on Twitter at Donnie_G. You can find the podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at Rankum Podcast. And you can download them everywhere you download other podcasts, but just in between episodes of this, because really this is the only reason that you have those other podcast apps. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. With me, as always, is Garrett C. Right?
Yeah. Glad to be with you, Don.
What were you laughing at?
That's the only reason you have those other podcast apps, is so you can listen to other episodes of the Rankum Podcast, of course.
Exactly. Leave us a 5-star review. I'm going to get that out of the way right now.
That would be great.
I'm going to hit it again later, too.
Yeah, please do.
5-star review. Boom. Again.
Don got it twice. One episode.
It's a world record of the Rankum Podcast.
I think 3 is probably the world record.
Hit it again. 5 stars. Boom, baby.
Yeah. No, you're killing it.
Garrett, where in the world are you? What are you wearing?
I am inside a spare bedroom in my house.
Okay, go on.
Got a red shirt on.
Okay.
No hat.
No hat. Messy hair.
Messy hair. I had an earlier red shirt on that I spilled 3/4 of a hot fudge sundae on.
Oh,
Completely disregard the fact that I spilled a large Mountain Dew from Taco Bell
on
the floor later.
This shirt narrowly survived a Mountain Dew spill.
Yeah, it did. Wasn't happy about it. Wasn't proud of it.
Not the proudest moment of your life?
No, but luckily you were there to witness it.
Yeah. And it was, tell you what, you might think you've seen people spill Mountain Dew on the floor before, but
you've never seen it this way.
You've never seen Garrett do it, unless you have, in which case you know what I'm talking about. Just the sheer disappointment, utter defeat on his face.
You know that that moment right before your parents tell you they're not mad, they're just disappointed?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that moment right before your parents tell you that they're getting a divorce.
We've both been there.
Yeah.
Do you want to have that conversation rather than talk about Gatorades?
Let's unpack that.
Let's talk about how our parents told us how they were getting divorced. I'll go first. I don't think my dad knew. I think my mom told us before she told my dad.
I don't remember how I was told. I think she probably sat me down and was like, "We're getting a divorce." I'm like, "So 2 Christmases, 1 Christmas?
Okay, are we doing just the one Christmas?"
I don't remember how it went, but I feel like she was expecting a different reaction than she got.
than just the dead ass. Like,
you guys haven't slept in the same bed in 15 years, and I'm 13, so I don't understand what you were expecting. So that's how this episode starts, and I think that's going to do it for this episode. All right, so as you can tell by the title, we're not ranking awkward conversations we've had with our parents.
No. There was that. Yeah. No.
We're not ranking those.
No,
we
could.
Maybe in the future.
We'll
hit that'll be a stretch goal. I don't know what the stretch is going to be for, but maybe in the future. This episode is, in fact, Gatorade flavors.
It is.
Also known as Gatorade colors.
Right.
Like I had to Google.
A normal person.
I had to Google every flavor because I don't know the name.
You can't just say
except for
red.
One.
And that's just because it's the same color. Like, orange is orange. That's, yeah.
No, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So
Gatorade knows what they're doing.
Garrett.
Yes.
Why don't you go first?
My number 5 is orange, actually. When you actually need your thirst quenched, orange just it does the trick for some unknown reason. It does not taste great.
No.
It is not the most enjoyable. But when you're actually like, I am dying of thirst, oh, thank God there's an orange Gatorade. So, like, orange Gatorade only tastes good, like, on the sideline of a football game or something. It's never just like, oh, I'm going to waltz out.
So orange Gatorade tastes good when you put way too much powder in the mix?
Yes. Entirely too
so
much
that
powder.
it actually tastes like something?
Yes, it's not just weird colored well water. Is this rusty or is this orange Gatorade?
I don't know. Put another packet in there. Well, it's orange.
Right, and then the athletic director's like, you guys have used 6,000 packets of orange Gatorade this year. Like, well, it's got to taste like something.
It is week 4.
That's exactly right.
So we
on the same page here?
No.
Number 5?
We're not on the same page. Because at my number 5, I have orange Gatorade.
Okay.
But only because I used to like orange Gatorade a lot more than I did. More than I do. And the reason for that, the reason I don't really like it anymore is because there was one time I literally just got, it used to be my go-to Gatorade flavor. But I had just got done brushing my teeth one time and then drank an orange Gatorade. And it was the nastiest thing I've ever had in my life. And then now it's literally just more of a last resort thing. Like,
right.
Do you have any Gatorade? You want orange or a different color that's not, like, above it on your list? We're like, yeah, hit me with an orange.
Yeah, give me your
and orange is kind of like, I can't think of a great analogy. It's almost like a mashed potato, French fries of Gatorade. In that, hey, what do you want on the side? What side do you want with your burger? Just give me French fries. Oh, you don't want any
garlic truffle aioli fries with
etouffee?
Right.
No, I want the thing that I know what it is.
Right.
Give me orange Gatorade.
You sure you don't want no orange Gatorade is fine.
It's
fine.
And it's not bad warm. Like if it's in a cooler that's been
like
you drained a cooler after a night at a bonfire. You drained it. It sat outside for like 3 or 4 days. You go outside and you're like, oh, my cooler's still in the back of my truck. You grab it. You're not going to drink one of those beers warm, but you'll drink an orange Gatorade.
Yeah, that's fine. No, you're
So,
right. You're right on that.
I've got orange Gatorade at 5.
Solid choice. Couldn't agree more.
Wow.
With orange at 5.
Here's where
I assume
we make our money. What do you got at 4?
I'm going Glacier Freeze at 4. And of the blues, it's the lighter blue.
Yes, it is light blue.
It is the light blue that I feel like is the exact opposite of orange Gatorade. You can't pull that bad boy off the top of your refrigerator.
No.
And just down it.
I think it needs to be.
It's got to be ice cold.
Like, it literally is light blue. Like, it might be like a G2 or a Fierce or something like that. I don't know if it's one of, like,
if it's the
one
of the original.
Yeah. But it's got, like, it's lighter. I feel like the color of the Gatorade really affects, and it might just literally be how much powder they put into it, but it's a lighter drink.
Yes, it doesn't. It's not as heavy as
it's not the
orange.
IPA of Gatorades. It's more of a.
It's more of the
Corona Premier
lager. Your American ales. Yes, you are correct though. But it's got to be ice cold, not warm at all. And I don't even know if they make it in packet form where you can get it in a Gatorade cooler.
I've really only seen orange.
Oh no, you haven't.
I mean, orange is what you've seen the most of,
right? But
I mean, I don't really buy Gatorade powder.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm an adult.
Like, I drink beer.
If I want a Gatorade, I'll pick one up at the store, not mix it with city water or well water or boiled water over a campfire because there's cholera. Somebody poisoned the water hole.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole. So I've got Glacier Freeze at 4. I like it better. It's a little more versatile than orange. Because orange, sometimes you get a bad one. To be honest, the Gatorades are a little inconsistent in the bottling sometimes.
Yeah.
Orange is a little inconsistent, where Glacier Freeze is constantly just, all right, it's good enough.
I would be, okay. My number 4 is not Glacier Freeze.
I'm waiting for you pulled that the last one. Like my number 4 is a little flavor I like to call Glacier Freeze.
Glacier.
Glacier Freeze. It
is strawberry watermelon.
Have you had it? Because I've never had strawberry
I have had strawberry watermelon. I don't know that they still
I think they do.
It.
Yes, because I got the flavors pulled up right here, and they do have strawberry watermelon.
Okay.
Because it doesn't sound good to me.
It's not bad. Like it's the most different of the Gatorade flavors that I like. And it's the dark pink if you find it.
This shows kind of a lighter pink.
Well,
I guess it's a darker pink than
so they
strawberry
have
lemonade.
Yeah. Yeah, the strawberry lemonade is the lighter one. The strawberry watermelon is the darker one.
Gotcha.
So dark pink, and it's not phenomenal. Like, it's not top 3. Like, it's not top 3 on my list.
Right.
It's not top
Clearly,
2.
it's 4.
But it is. It's good enough to deserve a spot in my top 5, as opposed to the overrated ones that are still good but are in my honorable mention. I got strawberry watermelon at 4. It's also a lighter one, kind of like the Glacier Freeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the lighter.
It's not
lighter
as dense,
yeah.
Which is not a word you should use with a liquid, but it's true.
You can tell the difference between the light and the dark colors in Gatorade.
Absolutely.
When you like,
I don't know if it's sugar content. I don't know what the deal is, but you are 100% correct.
But even though this one is a darker one, it's not as filling. I don't know the word. We'll think of the word. Eventually it's going to pop up. I think dense is the best we've got right now.
I think so.
What's it called when electricity goes across water? Like what
a conductor? Like water is a conductor?
Yep, that's not going to work.
Gatorade's a bit more conductive.
So, strawberry watermelon at 4. Give it a try. It's not phenomenal.
There were some flavors on Gatorade's website that I didn't know existed.
And that was one of them.
And that one, I knew that it existed. I just have always been the good old reliables that I know. I'm not real adventurous when it comes to my money. So it's losing $1.29 on a strawberry watermelon Gatorade worth it? No, because then I just sit there and be like, wish I just got orange. Okay, and it's the same problem I have with every Dairy Queen Blizzard of the month. Like every Dairy Queen Blizzard of the month, every month, they're like, oh, it's the fucking chocolate marshmallow peanut butter caramel Blizzard. And you're like, oh, yeah, that sounds amazing. And so you go to Dairy Queen, you get one, you try the first bite, and you instantly think, I wish I just got Reese's.
I would have rather just got Reese's and Snickers mixed together.
I didn't know that was a thing.
That's what I get everywhere. Do it.
All right. I have questions now.
What are they? Why do I get them mixed
together? Do you
get
charged extra for that?
Not typically.
Really?
But you get like half of each. Unless you know some people like me, and then sometimes they'll give you full of both.
Ooh.
It's obviously not at a Dairy Queen that happens.
You know the right people.
No, sometimes I usually get a mix. Sometimes it's half and a half. Sometimes like the 16-year-old kid that's working doesn't care. And
right.
Like,
it's completely lost
here's 3 Snicker bars and 6 Reese's cups.
And a little bit of vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a bad thing.
$3.
You're like, thank you, Xander.
Yeah, that's. I don't ever look at their. Do you look at people's name tags?
Okay.
Like at a fast food restaurant?
Yes.
Or at a drive-thru?
I do, but I never call them by their name because I feel like that's a dad thing to do. Like the waitress comes over and like, listen, Mackenzie, could I get a refill on my Dr. Pepper here? Thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate that, Mackenzie. Now, I mean, I read their name tag, but do I ever then reference that at a later day? No, I do not.
I don't know that I do either, and I think it's kind of because I see them as.
There's a couple ways
Like,
you can go here. I don't.
No, not like
Sub. I don't see them as subhuman.
no, because I don't remember it. Like I see them as part of the restaurant as opposed to anything else. So like
Just
I
like
don't
a coat hanger.
pretty much. Like every time like a waitress comes up, my name's Dorothy and I'll be taking care of you. I might actually remember Dorothy, but hi, I'm Beth. I'll be taking care of you. Let me know if you need. Just holler my name if you need anything. What is our waitress's name? I don't, and then everybody at the table is like, I don't know. And then one person's like, it's Jenny.
And so then the manager comes over and is like, how's everything going? And you're like, Jenny hasn't been over here in 25 minutes. And she's like, Jenny quit 6 weeks ago.
Well, that explains.
That's why she hasn't been here.
Or Jenny's in the back getting chewed out right now.
He's like, table 84 hasn't seen you in 25 minutes. He's like, I don't even have that table.
How would they know your name then, Jenny? Think about it.
You think they're just out there spitting generic female names of women in their 40s?
Listen, Jenny, it's you and Dorothy working, and they would remember Dorothy's name if she said it. I'm tired of your shit. Get the hell out of here. You're fired.
All because nobody paid attention to Beth's name. Oh, I'm not sure how we got on that path. So number 3.
Oh, my thought process was like knowing the right. You said Xander to the kid working at Dairy Queen. It's like, do you ever read their name?
Yeah, I read their names. What kind of monster doesn't?
I don't.
And you're like, yeah, they're basically a lampshade. What are you doing, Tom?
They're part of the decor.
They're pieces of flair on the wall.
If I could get a touchscreen, that'd be great. At least I know that if it's just me to blame on my order.
Right.
At that
I
point.
screwed up my own order. You ever do that? I screwed
Yeah.
up my Jimmy John's order a couple weeks ago that I put stone ground mustard instead of just yellow mustard on my sub. I had to throw the whole thing away. It was terrible.
I've forgotten to order a soft taco at Taco Bell before.
And you get a hard taco instead.
And you're like, what am I going to do? How am I going to eat this while I'm driving?
you find
this is a Polo. I have to go back to work.
I don't have stain remover at home. I can't ruin this.
So yes, I have messed up my own order, and that makes me more mad than if someone else does it.
I'm comfortable being mad at me. Like I'm used to me being mad at me. Me being mad at Savannah is a whole different area that I'm not comfortable in.
So that's my number 4 is strawberry watermelon. Garrett, what's your number 3?
So my number 3 is the exclusive Gatorade for hangovers, and that's fruit punch. Good old red Gatorade, and a couple of acetaminophen will get you through any hangover. And that's pretty much all I'm going to use fruit punch Gatorade for anymore. It used to be number 2 on my list. It used to be straight up, I would get number 1.
Then you grew up.
You get to the gas station, and you're like, I'm going to go in here and get a Coca-Cola. And then you get to the front door, and it's like, buy 6 Gatorades for $1, and like the 32 ounces. And you're like, oh, shoot, I can't say no to that. So you get one big chungus of my number 1.
One big chunky boy.
And a chunky boy of fruit punch. And then it was like, you know what? This is terrible almost every time I get it. So you reserve it for moments that you don't particularly want to think about ever again.
Gatorades, that is the most conductive.
I don't think those words mean what you want them to mean. So I got fruit punch at 3. It's not good, so I want to associate it with moments I don't want to remember.
Oh, okay.
When I taste red Gatorade, I want to think, whew.
My number 3 is the place where your number 4 should have been. It's Glacier Freeze. Glacier Fraise. For those of you listening, it is light blue.
Almost Carolina blue. Almost powder blue. Baby blue.
Like the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yes.
That's the blue here. Yeah,
Carolina
not quite.
It's a little darker than Carolina blue.
Yeah, let's be honest. You know exactly. We're talking about light blue. You know what it is.
You know which blue we're talking.
And not like the bull crap Gatorade that's like is it the Gatorade 2 or Gatorade?
There's G2.
Not
that
the
doesn't
G2
have any sugar.
light blue. We're talking
true
Gatorade
light blue.
light blue. Like Sam Elliott, Gatorade light blue.
Light blue Gatorade.
I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I don't either.
But we talked about light blue on your number 4, so I'm not going to cover it too much
My
here.
apologies.
No, it's fine. I jumped in to also have conversation. So the main thing is what your number 2 is right now.
So my number 2, staying in the blue family, is Cool Blue.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in my very humble opinion, significantly sweeter than any other Gatorade, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it's a great mixer for alcoholic drinks.
You're doing your alcohol wrong.
No. You just get a Cool Blue Gatorade and fifth of vodka in together, and you're having a good time.
You're not.
Oh no, you are.
No, you're not.
Throw in some gummy worms.
Okay.
Sounds like I'm gonna stop you right there. Cool Blue is it's nice and sweet, so it almost works as a Kool-Aid more than a Gatorade. But I enjoy it more than virtually any other flavor,
Which is dark blue.
which is the darker blue.
Yep. Yeah.
So give me good old fashioned Cool Blue.
Cool blue is okay.
Although the blue is an issue because every time you've ever tried to, you can't get your own Gatorade.
Somebody else has their own definition of what
you say blue, and they hand you a Glacier Freeze, and you're like, no. I said blue.
I have Glacier Freeze at 3, so I mean it's whatever. But nobody can grab the right Gatorade. Hey, give me the pink one. Nope, wrong pink.
Right,
Give me the blue one. That's not the blue I wanted. Give me the red one. No, that's pink.
And any normal, rational human being would, in turn, use the names of those flavors. But no.
Which one? Give me a glacier. Give me a Glacier Freeze. Oh, what? Is that
this
the red
blue
kind or the white?
Blue.
That's always what it makes me think of when somebody says the name of a Gatorade flavor. It always makes me think of Ace Ventura when he's trying to get access into that secret area of the bar that he's at where they're playing the rock concert. Said, "What's the password? New England clam chowder. Is that the red kind or the white?" God, I don't know. White? Yes.
Anytime anybody says the names of the flavors to me, I'm like, oh, excuse me, Uncle Da, la-di-da. How are things at the bank, sir? You know the Gatorade flavors. Wow.
You must go to Harvard.
Right. How was college, Harvard?
Do you know Matt Damon?
You know Fruit Punch by name. Look at you.
Okay, Fruit Punch and Orange are the two that are acceptable to call by their name.
But if you hit me with, I want the lime cucumber. Okay, I just thought that was alien piss green, but okay.
No, it's light green. Give me a Gatorade Zero. I'll get you a water and a fucking sweetener packet. I'll get you some Sweet and Low.
That's outstanding.
All right.
I got Cool Blue at 2.
At my number 2, I have Fierce Grape, which is dark purple. It's on the thicker side of Gatorades, a little more dense. One of the originals, one of the OG Gatorades. You would fight over a purple Gatorade in Little League if you didn't have my number 1.
Would you? Would you fight over a purple Gatorade?
If it was between purple and yellow.
Because I was sitting here I don't
Get
know that I've ever had a grape Gatorade. And you know why? Because grape-flavored things are horrible.
So I hate grape-flavored things.
You should.
I hate grape jelly.
Yep.
Or jam.
Yep.
Grape Kool-Aid's good.
Nope.
I don't particularly like grape
Popsicles?
popsicles.
Blech.
I don't like artificial grape flavoring.
Right, because it tastes like the person who made it has never had a grape.
Just like banana flavoring, and we don't need
I
to
hate
get
banana
in. We
flavoring.
don't need to get in on banana flavoring. I don't know if we've been in on it on the podcast before, but we'll talk about that in the reaction
I
show.
give
I'm very
I give
famished.
banana Laffy Taffies to the kids who come trick or treat at our house that are like 17, and they're like, "I'm a student." What's your costume? I'm a student. Banana Laffy Taffies. Like, there you go. Enjoy your day.
What are you? I'm a kid that's way too old to be trick or treating. You're damn right you are.
Yep, banana Laffy Taffies.
So, I've got Fierce Grape at 2. Have you think you've never tried it?
I don't think so because
Get,
grape flavor.
get one of the
stuff is
get one
awful.
of the small boys. SMOL, small.
Small boys. BOI.
Yeah, true. Grab one of those and give it a try.
It slaps, as the kids say.
It's pretty good. As someone who doesn't like fake grape, I actually like that. I don't think it's actually that grape flavored, and I think that's why I like it. It's literally called Fierce Grape, but like strawberry watermelon doesn't really taste like strawberry or watermelon. Glacier Freeze doesn't taste like the water that Bobby Boucher had in the bourbon bowl.
Doesn't taste like glaciers or freeze.
So Fruit Punch doesn't really taste like any Harry Buffalo parties I've ever been at, which is really the only time you drink real fruit punch and not Kool-Aid fruit punch or Gatorade fruit punch,
Yeah.
is when it's doused with liquor.
When you're pouring a gallon of Hawaiian punch into somebody's Coleman cooler, they don't care if they throw away at the
With
end
a bunch
the
of
weekend.
bananas and grapes and
Yep.
strawberries.
Yep.
It's the only time you have fruit punch. So that being said, Fierce Grape at 2. And you know what time it is, Garrett?
I think it's time to hear from one of our sponsors.
It is. Possibly 2 of them.
You're going to need to turn that one slider up.
Yep, we're going to do that.
And it's the purple one, I believe.
Oh, just like Fierce Grape.
Just like Fierce Grape. Nope.
Nope,
Okay.
you were wrong.
I'm also colorblind and looking at things inverted. So it's the other one right next to it.
And we're back. Welcome back. Glad to be back.
Just click the blue, the marker. Nope.
I'm pushing buttons that I don't know what they do. Oh, God. How do I get
Press
back?
the home in the bottom left-hand corner. No. It's touch
in the
screen.
bottom left hand
and
corner, and then I hit
Yeah,
that.
hey, there you go. Thank you.
We did it.
Appreciate. We did it. We did it.
We did it.
Hooray!
Yeah, Calisimos. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't ever not get old.
Let's. We're gonna stretch for some time here.
Okay.
We're just gonna play all the sound effects we have.
All right.
Let the folks at home know.
Know what we got. What we haven't been using.
Tell me a joke, and I will respond accordingly.
Hey Don,
Hey Garrett.
2 fish are in a tank.
No, this is my joke.
One looks at the other. Oh.
One looks at the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" Bum, bum. I think this is the one I was after.
Times New Roman walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your type here."
Wait for it. Here at the end.
I don't
All right.
have any honorable mentions, but
You don't?
no honorable mentions. These are the only 5 Gatorades I will mess with.
So I've got Fruit Punch on my honorable mention list, and I've also got Green Apple on my honorable mention list. You talked about Fruit Punch. Green Apple is the bastard child of the Gatorade flavors,
it's awful.
and it's not good, but in a pinch, if that's literally the only thing there, I will
the
drink
only
it.
hydration available.
You know what it tastes like? Green Apple, more than anything else, tastes like melted popsicle. Like it tastes like the melted green popsicle, which isn't a bad thing. But I'd rather have the melted popsicle than
I
actual.
would rather drink a melted popsicle.
than have green punch.
I've never had any of the coolers. I've never had the tropical cooler or the citrus
I don't
cooler.
think I have either.
So maybe I'm missing out there. I probably am not.
But you know, you are a big fan of though. Wine coolers.
I mean, I like Mike's Hard Lemonade. You're just looking for reasons to slap that?
Pretty much.
Okay. So I have no honorable mentions. Okay, that's
Right,
enough of
what
that.
do you have at 1?
So my number 1 is good old fashioned, the original, good in any situation. Thank God for lemon lime Gatorade. Just good old yellow, pure hot American, showing the camera lemon lime Gatorade that I have drank half of, and I'm currently going to finish the rest because it's so phenomenal in any situation.
You know, I wish we had a boo button. Like, it would be the opposite of this.
Boo!
Like we've got the crickets, which is the opposite of this.
Yep.
We need a boo button, which is the opposite
we'll
of
work on it.
We'll get one.
Lemon lime
Boo,
Gatorade.
you stink.
It's so good.
That's my least favorite Gatorade.
Oh, it's the best.
No.
It is the thirst quencher.
No.
Yep.
That's literally all I'm going to say to everything about it.
Like,
It's not.
It's yellow and it tastes like lemon and lime. Nope.
It doesn't hit my palate right.
Sometimes you got to shake it up a bit before you drink it. I'll admit that.
And honestly, I
dispute
had
it.
no idea what your number 1 was going to be. And
You didn't think I was going to go lemon lime?
No.
Or you just forgot that it's sitting to my right?
I've stared at it this whole time. I literally carried it in from the back of your
Car.
Jeep,
I wish I had a Jeep.
your van.
No.
I was going to say
Hey now.
from your Denali Traverse.
GMC Terrain
There it is.
Denali. We're highfalutin.
What's
here.
the license plate? What's the VIN number?
It's 97462JQPL. I don't know. My
Any-
license plate number is. I don't know.
It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what your plate number is, because lemon lime Gatorade is not good.
It's okay.
But I should have known because I carried it
in. You're drinking it right now. And I'm not drinking it right now because I hate it. I'm drinking it because I love it.
That's true. My number 1, I think, is what the rest of America would agree with as the correct number 1.
That is raspberry, watermelon, kiwi lime. What?
And that is the clear white Gatorade. It's not the clear white Gatorade.
I was going to say, it was like the cherry white Gatorade. What is wrong with you?
It's cool blue. Dark blue. Which is what I want when I tell you I want a blue Gatorade. I don't want Glacier Freeze. I don't want Fierce Grape.
You don't want
I
fierce blue cherry?
No. If I ask for a blue Gatorade,
What about frosty icy charge?
nope, I want cool blue every single time.
Arctic Blitz?
Nope. I
I feel like I'm making myself abundantly clear.
want cool blue. But I get either Glacier Freeze or Fierce Grape for some reason. People need to learn their blues.
When I say blue, I mean blue.
If I wanted purple, I would have asked you for purple. Well, they didn't have any blue. Don't you fucking lie to me. That is America's flavor. That is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch of Gatorade. That's the Bud Light of Gatorade.
I've got all sorts of questions. Is Cinnamon Toast Crunch America's cereal? Like, of course
Yeah,
it
if
is.
it's my number 1,
All right.
Bud Light wouldn't be my... we'll talk about that later.
That could be a show.
Ooh, we'll just shotgun 5 beers and rank them. I would rather do that than eat those fucking
seven,
candy bars
eat
again.
7 little Debbie's.
So my number 1 is Cool Blue. Garrett, your number 1 is Lemon Lime.
Lemon lime. Good old fashioned, the original.
I might be overestimating my hate of the lemon lime at this point.
Do you want drops of this one?
Nope, I don't want your backwash. I'll give it a try, much like I have done after a lot of these podcast episodes. I've gone and tried something. I went and I watched Ratatouille. I went and I watched other
I
shows.
feel like watching Ratatouille is different than drinking a lemon lime Gatorade.
Right. I know I don't like lime Gatorade.
All right. Okay.
So that is it for another week. Hold on. We started off high. And then we go low. That's it for this week's episode of the Rank 'em Podcast. Garrett is wrong, filling in for Zach this week with his trash takes. You can follow the podcast on Twitter, Facebook.
You can.
YouTube.
It's not a question. You can.
And that's at Rank 'em Podcast.
can.
You can follow Garrett on Twitter.
At Garrett Seawright.
You can follow his brother Zach on Twitter.
At Zach Seawright.
And what are you going to do with all the hate in your heart?
You're going to send it to at Zach Seawright.
That's right. That's what that H is for.
The H is for hate.
And what are you going to do on Twitter? How are you going to find me, Garrett?
You're going to find out on Twitter at Donnie_G. Also on Twitch.
There it is.
Watch him play the video games.
Watch me play the video games. I did find out we're recording this immediately after the Cartridge Games episodes. I did find out that I have Sonic 2 on Steam. So, bye.